Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Yonkers Raceway here on Monday. It is the 16th of September 2024. Gonna look at the featured 8th race from Yonkers, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 8th from Yonkers, which is the Invitational Pace. We have a field of 7 pacers going for that mile trip, going for that $39,000 purse. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the 5-horse Rock and Roll Run Up. I'm going to go 5-4-2-3 in the superfecta. 5-4-2-3 super. Top selection of 5-horse Rock and Roll Run Up. There's several gallon by Rock and Roll here. Larry Stahlbaum trains and owns this one. Mark McDonald's in the sulky. The horse's most recent outing came the Ariana Invitational here at Yonkers last week, or a week and a half ago now, something like that, I don't know. Mile 16th here on the main track. From a wide poster, he didn't get a lot of trip. He finished 7 by 8 1/4 lengths that day. He left to get somewhat good position, which he did early on, but then he just got shuffled out of it. You need to be drawn well on this track. He's drawn well here today off some mediocre runs as of recently. His race 2 back was okay, but I think coming back to the Invitational down in class from his previous races with a good post draw, I think he could find a trip to win. He ran 2 back in the cane, the pace at Batavia, not the cane pace that we all know and love from the Meadowlands years ago, Freehold and at Yonkers, but the other cane Invitational pace at Batavia. It was 24th of August. He finished second by 1 3/4 lengths that day. A wide trip from the back of the pack, but he really paced home decently. At 55-1, he should have been 55-1 that day, but he finished the race 151-4. Not a bad race for him after all said and done there. And then at Yonkers back here in the Invitational on the 19th of August, he finished 6th by 4 1/4 lengths that day. Lost, he just broke that day. What can you do? He just couldn't stay the pace there. And then the Dan Patchett Hoosier the week prior, he finished 10th by 9 1/4 lengths that day. Again, just getting zealous with those horses there, but too bad. Or at the beginning of August, he ran terrifically at the Meadowlands in the Sam McKee Memorial. He paced home in 147.3, winning by a neck at an world, not a world record, but for him, the best time for him lifetime. He just paced home decently, 26-3, closing up from the back. That was a great run. The week prior, he had a great run here in the Invitational here at Yonkers, where he finished second by 1 1/4 lengths at 34-1, 27 flat for that final quarter. Not a bad race after all said and done. Coming down in class back here to Yonkers, he could win. The 4-horse Rockin' Jukebox could win also for Joe Bongiorno, who trains and drives this one. He's been stepping up in class. He's coming from a claiming 75 most recently last week, where he won by a half a length, coming home in 28 flat, the 151 for the mile that day. I thought he had a really good pace, from the back of the pack to get the job done. The week prior in a 75,000 claimer, he finished second by 2 lengths, and again, coming from the back of the pack, 27-1 for that final quarter. He really paced home decently there, and then non-doors in 22, winning by 2 3/4 lengths on the front end. Very easy fractions, 151-2. That was a very good race. If he runs that kind of race like he's been running recently, he could win here. I'll give him a shot here in the pick 4 or pick 5 that begins with race number, race number 5 here, 10,000 guarantee. So I think you want to go a little deep in some of these races here. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Yonkers, it's Invitational here. Going to take the 5-horse Rock and Roll Run Up. Give kudos to the 4-horse Rockin' Jukebox. 5-4-2-3 super, 5-4 in the multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everyone.